Well, Ryan, we're going to talk to safeties today. So, how do you envision you guys using your safeties this year? Are you going to go with the single high, or are you going to go like with Jordan Fuller, the way that worked, or a hybrid, or what's the plan right now?
Yeah, when we're not changing. There's a lot of things that we've done in the past that we're very proud of, and then there's some things that we had to fix coming off of last year. So, philosophically, we're not going to change. We just had to clean some things up.
And Marcus Hooker's back. Can you talk about that decision and how he's looked so far?
Yeah, I mean, he obviously made a really bad mistake. I think when you recruit young men and their families, and you say that you're going to bring them in and take care of them, and then when they go through tough times, you have to work through that. Now, he understands that he's in a no-tolerance policy moving forward, but he obviously went through everything he needed to go through to pay his penance in that area. He obviously understands what he's done, and we've given him this opportunity to prove to everybody that that he can move forward and change somebody else's life after what he went through. And I think that's a big part of coaching football is giving these guys an opportunity to learn and grow. But certainly he is in a no-tolerance policy moving forward.
Over here to the right, Dan.
Ryan, it seems like a lot of DBs work in and out of practice during camp. Do you feel like you have a good feel for what you have with that secondary right now, or are you still kind of working through that?
Both. I think that the way that some guys have practiced really gives us some confidence going into that first game that there's more depth than we've had in a long time here. Still trying to figure out exactly who is game ready. But we have a good group of guys. I think we're much further along than we've been the last couple of years in terms of our depth.
When you say that with depth, do you envision playing a lot of guys back there?
I do. I think a lot of guys deserve to get in the field.
Over here to the left, Austin.
Ryan, what would you like to see at linebacker this week? I think you kind of touched on that coming out of the scrimmage, that maybe that position is unsettled. What are you looking for in the next couple of days there?
Well, some of the guys just need to kind of heal up, which they're going to do, and then other guys, just continue to get more reps and more experience. So it's a combination of two. The more experience some of these guys get, the better. And then if we heal up and we're all working together and we're getting full-time reps with the guys next to you and their communication, that's another thing that I don't think I quite realized going into this season is just the continuity of the linebackers being on the field together, the communication. It's kind of almost like being in the offensive line. And so, there's been some guys kind of in and out, no big things, just nagging injuries like preseason camp. And so now that we're getting everybody healthy again, getting that chemistry going.
It was just one day that we got to see there last week, but Ryan Batch was playing there when we were in. Where did that come from? What could he be in that mix, you think?
I mean, he's played for us and he can provide depth and play on special teams. And if he can do both of those things, then he'll be on the travel team.
Right next door, Nathan.
Last year at this time, obviously people thought that you guys thought Josh Proctor was a good football player, but weren't ready to make him the starting free safety. What has sort of changed in the past year? Is there more confidence in him that he can handle that position specifically?
I think his approach has been excellent because he's changed his body. He's almost 200 pounds now, and he wasn't that way last year. He was around 185. And he's a different player with 15 extra pounds. So that was the first sign that he was maturing and taking these very seriously. But the second thing has been his consistency and his playmaking ability. That position is very important. You have to get guys on the ground when it squirts out. You have to make plays in the post, and he's shown that he can do that consistently.
Right next door, Bill.
Ryan, about a week to go till the first game. Do you feel your best five at offensive line is settled there with DeWand at right tackle and Player at left guard and Nick at left tackle?
I mean, we're pretty close. We're pretty close. And I think, Matt Jones has actually, really practiced really well as well. So he's in the mix right now, but it's starting to settle itself out.
Over here to the right, Clay.
Did you see the new Big Ten statement on forfeitures? If you can't play because of COVID, you lose, basically.
I mean, I didn't see that, but I get it.
You get it. And what if you're fully vaccinated and you can't? That seems...
Yeah. I don't know what to think about it, to be honest with you. Hope it doesn't happen.
Back row, Jack.
Hey Ryan, I just want to ask about the trip to the Hall of Fame last week. How did that idea come about, and how important was it to get the guys kind of to change the pace of the run to the slot?
I thought it was a great change of scenery for our guys. Well, once we made the 2-hour bus trip up there, we practiced and then had lunch there, and then went on a tour of Canton, and David Baker, all the people there were unbelievable. George Harrison, they just took great care of us. Had a little presentation for us, about 15 minutes about the game, what it meant. It's really good for our guys just to get a feel for, excellence when you're there because of the great players who played at the Hall of Fame, or in the Hall of Fame, but also just what the game means, the beginning of it, what this game has done for so many people. I went with my son in the spring and met everybody up there, and I just thought it'd be a great opportunity for our guys to get up there and see it and be around it. It's kind of one of those things you'll forget once you've been there before. And so I thank the people up there for taking great care of us.
Got time for a couple more over here to the right, Pat. I'm sorry, Brendan. It looked like Pat Murphy there coming up.
Coach, give us an update, just special teams, generally where things are at, kicking game, punting game, how you feel going into your week and a half ago.
Yeah, Jesse Mirko has done a really good job, coming in here and adapting himself to our culture and the American culture. He's got a strong leg and very mature approach, so we feel really good about him. Jake and Noah are both still battling it out. They've both been fairly consistent. Still like to see them a little bit more consistent. And so we'll kind of see as we'll kick field goals tomorrow, see how that goes. Long snapping, Brad's still right there. And then, obviously just filling guys in the 4 areas. Special teams, punt block, kickoff return, find the right guys in the right spots there.
Has anybody as a returner stood out to you in particular?
I mean, Garrett and Jackson are still, good back there. They catch the ball well. The idea is that when you're punt returning, you want to get the first 10 yards, and then the rest of it is kind of up to you. And that's why I say the first 10 yards are the teams, and then after that, it's kind of on you. So, those guys are a year into it now, and I think we have a good group of guys on that unit. So hopefully that could be an advantage for us this year.
Right behind him, Tony.
Ryan, I want to ask about the COVID protocols. How often are you guys being tested, and will that continue into the season? What's going on?
Yeah, the guys who are unvaccinated are required to test twice a week at the university. For the guys who are vaccinated, they do not need to test.
Front row there, Tim.
Yeah. Can you delineate how many are not vaccinated on this team at this point? Is there a number?
Yeah, it kind of some guys jump on daily, but I think we're right around 10 or maybe just under 10 now. The guys that are unvaccinated.
Can you do me a favor? Can you give me at least one linebacker is going to play, is going to be on the field, starting lineup wise when you guys play at Minnesota?
Taraji Mitchell is a captain for us. I mean, he'll be on the field in some way, shape, or form. But the majority of those guys are going to play. So it'll be be something that we're going to continue to kind of work through the depth of it all. But he's one guy you'll see for sure.
Does that include Neo Teote?
We'll see. We're still waiting to see from the NCAA. Which we have classes starting tomorrow. So we're kind of holding off on that because we don't want to put him in a bad spot. But I'm just waiting to hear. Hopefully, we're obviously optimistic, but as we're getting ready for Minnesota classes, they're starting tomorrow. We're hoping to hear something. He's been through a lot, and we're hoping he gets that waiver.
And final questions, second row there left, Joey.
Ryan, with 10 days until the opener, how much of practice now is geared toward getting ready for Minnesota game planning versus still sorting out stuff from camp?
Yeah, both. I mean, it's kind of 50-50. Half the time is spent on Minnesota, the other time is good on good, still developing each of the positions and sorting through the depth chart.
How comfortable would you feel if the game was tomorrow, or do you just big picture wise still?
You know where I am. I mean, I always want more time to get ready, so I would be nervous, but I think we have a chance to have a good team to do. I think that we have some veteran guys. I'm pleased where we're at in a lot of areas, and now it's just a matter of how well can we prepare for the first game and sort things out. But if you said we had to play a game, I already got a little nervous right there because there's so much that has to get organized in terms of game planning, preparing the team to execute the game plan. And we're not quite there yet, but we're getting there.
Great. Coach, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.